Hello, I'm Robert, and welcome to Robert's Guitars and Gear. Today, we are going to look at the Squier Classic Vibe Jaguar. I'm going to talk about two things. One is what a terrific guitar these are stock. Number two, how you can take a guitar with these kinds of very solid, let's say, bones and really make a great guitar out of them with targeted mods that go after the things that you really want to prioritize with your guitar. So first of all, what can we say about this Jaguar? Well, when I went looking for a Jaguar, and I was interested in the short scale, particularly because I was fighting carpal tunnel in both my hands at the time. What I liked about the Classic Vibe is it retained all of the crazy switching that you see in the Jaguar. So it had the rhythm circuit and the individual selectors for the neck and the bridge pickups to be on, and this crazy thing called a strangle switch, or Fender calls a mid-tone cut. Of course, these have this monster bridge assembly or trem. I took the bar off, but you see the big, huge trem. And the whole combination is just so interesting. And it's had its heyday in a couple eras. In the very early 60s, in the early rock and pop music with that jangly guitar sound that you got with these things clean. And you'll hear it in a minute, but you get this jangle because there's just so many moving parts here. And then later on in the grunge era, with these things as kind of value budget guitars that you would just thrash the living daylights out of with massive distortion. So really, really popular guitars, and for good reason. Now, what can we say about this Classic Vibe? First of all, it's beautiful. It's really a beautiful guitar. And you see the Laurel fretboard, but it looks good. It looks like rosewood. It's dark. The block inlays are beautiful. It's some kind of a mother of pearl, and it looks great. Funky headstock. I put on locking tuners. I'll get to that in a minute, but it comes with a split tuners that are super center load tuners, super easy to use. And again, all these controls. Now, that stock guitar with a good pro setup will take you a long way. And that's generally true of all the Classic Vibes. The Classic Vibes are guitars that need a good setup in particular, and you'll see several reviews online. This neck pocket wants to be shimmed to get the right break angle of the strings. And that's widely variable. Just, the Classic Vibe with the production volume, they don't take a lot of time per guitar. So you really want to take your new Classic Vibe, nice as it is, take it to your professional technician or luthier and have them set it up properly. It's well worth it. And I'm telling you, with that, generally speaking, the pickups are fine. The hardware, it's not pro level, but it's quite adequate. And you are off to the races with a guitar you can play forever. Now, what's cool about the Classic Vibe is because the bones are so solid, you can modify these in selective ways to target the things you want and not worry about anything else. And for sure, you end up at the end with a guitar that's terrific for you because it's like customized for you. And you're way less money than getting into a higher series guitar. And with these guys, honestly, until you get into very expensive guitars, you don't get these controls. You get some modernized, simplified controls, and maybe that's okay for you or preferable for you, but maybe you want these. So what did I do? Well, I mentioned a minute ago, I put locking tuners on. It just makes it easier to restring, but really the original tuners are fine. I put on really nice pickups. Bridge is an Antiquity 2 Jaguar from Seymour Duncan. Just great pickups. and I said bridge. Cow. The neck is an antiquity too. The bridge is a hot Jaguar from Seymour Duncan. And you'll see in the playing demo in a minute, it gives you a lot of variety for how you can get different tones. I replaced this bridge, so I believe a Mustang bridge, and then I just put in a Fender versus the Squier trim here. And honestly, when I did those things, first of all, it sounds great. Second of all, the tuning stability is a champ, which is quite astounding considering all the moving parts and just pieces of metal and thermal expansion rates and everything that can happen to throw a guitar out of tune. It doesn't go out of tune much. Quick tweak and you're back going. And again, with these pickups and with this the bridge and trim, just sounds great. Listen to that. Listen to that jangle. Now, I'm not going to go through every switch. That would take me an hour. But if I fuss with this strangle switch, you can get the thing even more zingy and cutting. If you want tone that cuts through the mix, you got tone that cuts through the mix. In this case, the bass pickups were quite solid on this. The antiquity is as good as you get. Now, I'll come back and we'll put on some distortion and really have some fun with this. So, distortion's on, and there's two ways to go after that for tone on this guitar. The first is to put this guitar into the rhythm circuit. And that's the switch right here. When you put that rhythm circuit on, it's still using the neck pickup, but it's throwing the neck pickup really, really dark. Heavy. You see why it's so popular in the grunge era. That rhythm circuit just turns this thing into an altogether different kind of a machine. But you can also flip the bridge on, get out of the rhythm circuit, and guess what? Now, it's not as dark as the neck. You can really play anything with this, and you can get a distortion that's kind of cutting and more like a single coil, which because it is, or you can get that real heavy dark sound. Again, I'm flipping the neck on, though it doesn't matter. I'm flipping that rhythm circuit on. And it sustains. I mean, listen, it's just cool. So, a very ergonomic guitar that's short scale length makes it easy to play. You got smaller hands. You got just tonal variety like crazy. And it looks great. There's nothing that looks like this. So that is the Jaguar Classic Vibe Modified. But I just want to say again, you can do this with any of the classic vibes. Get that classic vibe, play it, get it set up properly, professional, play it, and see, what maybe isn't as good for you as you'd like, if anything. and modify that and have a guitar that you can really enjoy, really savor, and you're way ahead on price. I'd love to hear from you in the comments what you think if you've done this. Would you like some more reviews where I've done the same thing? I've done this on Classic Vibe Strat, done this on the Classic Vibe Telly, and I've done that on the Paranormals. So let me know. Please like and subscribe. That really helps with the algorithm. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.